coming up from the Northeast Live studios in Guwahati. Northeast Tonight with Wasbir Hussain.
Hello and welcome to Northeast Tonight, the show that decodes the region. This is election time in Assam and alliances are part of the game. Today, yet another poll alliance has been finalized. The Assam Jatiya Porikhod and Raizor Dol, the two new regional political parties, have come together to jointly battle the BJP. Earlier, the Congress, AIUDF and the left parties have united to fight the forthcoming elections jointly. So there are, as of now, two main formations that have emerged on Assam's political arena with a common objective: to unseat the BJP from power. But the big question is, what are the issues that the opposition in Assam or the anti-BJP forces in Assam have to try and beat the BJP with? Is the opposition hoping to defeat the BJP on a negative campaign by simply saying that the BJP is a communal party? The AJP always says it would not align with any national party or any communal party. When the AJP rules out any alliance with the Congress and the AIUDF, it means the AJP has decided to shun the Congress as it is a national party and the AIUDF because the AJP considers it communal. Adopting a high moral ground is fine, and promising to save Assam is perfectly fine. But what is it that a party like the AJP and Raizor Dol is presenting to the people, or for that matter, what is it that the Congress and the AIUDF is presenting to the people? This is aimed at just that and not more. To talk about the poll agenda of the political parties, assuming they have something clear to tell the people, I am joined by former Congress MP Kirip Chaliha. Assam BJP Vice President Swapnanil Baruah is also with me. Joining me also is AIUDF Spokesman Champak Kalita. With me also is Assam Jatiya Porikhod Spokesman Amrit Khataniar, and joining me from Guwahati University, likely he is still on way, is Dr. Akhil Ranjan Dutta, Professor of Political Science and a commentator, and later in the show, BJP spokesperson Janki Goswami is also expected to join me. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Northeast Tonight. Let me first go to you, Mr. Amrit Khataniar. You know, today, your party, the Assam Jatiya Porikhod and Raizor Dol, had made the alliance official. We have the visuals of your party president, Lurin Jyoti Gogoi, going to the Guwahati jail. We have these visuals going to the jail and meeting Raizor Dol chief Akhil Gogoi, and coming back and announcing the formalization of the alliance between the Assam Jatiya Porikhod and the Raizor Dol. My question is that enough? What are some of the issues that you are going to tell the people of Assam? That is the topic of today's debate.
Well, the scenario is very clear now. As of today, there are two objectives. Number one, what BJP did for the last 4.5 years or 5 years, and what we are going to do. There are certain issues that needs to be highlighted to the people of Assam. They are aware of the situation, but our objective will be to make them more aware and to realize the danger ahead if the BJP government continues for another term. That is the basic objective. In doing so, we will have two objectives. Number one, we will highlight the deficiencies, the discrepancies, the commitments, the fulfillment of commitments and other parameters of the BJP government as of today, and how we are going to counter it for the benefit of the people of entire Assam. That is our prima facie
I will come back to you, Mr. Amrit Khataniar. Still, I have not got an answer from you. What are the key issues with which you are going to...
Key issues are very simple. Key issues are that number one is the development, number two, unemployment, Number 3 is your self-sufficiency. That means every person, every member of the family, one member of the family must be an earning member. The resources to be revitalized, like the agriculture sector needs to be rejuvenated. Then the other factors are there. Then the corruption, then the syndicate. These things, if we can stop, if we can, our objective is to stop.
I'll come back to you.
It will get a different picture.
I'll give you. We will have to expand on this, and generic statements will not help. We will expand on this. I'll come back to you. Let me go to you, Mr. Champak Kalita, AIUDF spokesman. Champak Kalita ji, ये बताइए आज का चर्चा का विषय जो है. I am asking you this question. You had already entered into an alliance with the Congress and the left parties. आपका जो alliance है वो हो चुका है. अभी प्रश्न ये है, आज AJP और राइज और डॉल का भी अलायंस हो गया है. आज प्रश्न ये है चंपक कलिता जी, व्हाट आर द इश्यूज? कौन सा मुद्दा लेकर के आप असम के जनता के सामने आप जाएंगे? क्या विषय आप रखेंगे? सिंपली सेइंग दैट ओ बीजेपी इज अ कम्युनल पार्टी, उसको हटाना चाहिए, दैट इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी एनफ.
देखिए, आप अगर हिंदुस्तान का या असम का ही एक फिनोमिना है, हिंदुस्तान में कहीं चुनाव कोई जीतता नहीं है, चुनाव हारते हैं लोग मन बना लेते हैं इसको हराना है. अगर आप लास्ट इंडिया का असम का अगर आप पीछे चले जाए, असम में तो तरुण गोगोई का 15 साल में जितना डेवलपमेंट हुआ, जितना पीस कीप हुआ, तो ये अनप्रेसिडेंट. फिर भी तरुण गोगोई सरकार यहाँ से हार गया. यही था कि इनको हटाना है. लोग माइंड बना लेते हैं कि मैं गणेश मार का तेल नहीं खाने वाला, मुझे स्वास्तिक चाहिए, स्वास्तिक नहीं मिला तो ओम से चलेगा, मैं गणेश में बैक नहीं करूँगा. ये लोगों का ये माइंडसेट है, यहाँ चुनाव हराना है. ये पहली बात. और दूसरी जो आप बोले कि नेगेटिव कैंपेन ये होता है कि आपका ये लोग जहाँ जहाँ फेल हो गया उसको हाईलाइट करना ही नेगेटिव कैंपेन है. अभी मुझे थोड़ा अचरज हो गया, मेरा जातीय परिषद का जो मेंबरन यहाँ बैठे हैं, कि इनका प्राइम इशू में CAA का ही नहीं था. आपने बार बार पूछा प्राइम इशू, लेकिन इनका प्राइम इशू में CAA गायब था. लेकिन हम लोग का प्राइम इशू है CAA, जिससे असमिया अस्मिता, असमिया जुबान, असमिया तहजीब, ये सब खत्म करने का जो सो कल्चरल नेशनलिज्म, नेशनलिस्टिक जो RSS बीजेपी का जो लंबा एजेंडा है, वो एजेंडा के लिए ये लोग आगे रख के कि जहाँ राष्ट्रीयतावाद को कहीं धक्का अगर पहुंचा हो, नॉर्थ ईस्ट, बंगाल, साउथ में आप जाइए, वो रीजनलिज्म या जिसका ये जो आपका ये अस्मिता है, जो जातीयतावाद बोलता है, इसीलिए जाति को ही तोड़ दो. तो ककबरक भाषा अभी त्रिपुरा में नहीं है, तो असम एक लैंग्विस्टिक नेशनलिटी है असम का, इसलिए तहजीब इसको खत्म कर दो. इसीलिए ये लोग CAA लेके आए हैं और यही प्राइम इशू है.
चंपक कलिता जी, आपका कहने का मतलब ये है कि आपने त्रिपुरा का एग्जांपल अपने सामने रखा. आपका कहने का मतलब ये है कि ककबरक भाषा बीजेपी आने के बाद खत्म हो गया त्रिपुरा में. लेकिन ये बीजेपी तो कल परसों आए हैं त्रिपुरा में. त्रिपुरा में तो 25 साल से CPM का आप सरकार था, जो आपके मित्र जो थे.
जी ना, मैं आपको मैं एक दूसरी चीज बोल रहा हूँ. ककबरक भाषा मैं नहीं बोल रहा बीजेपी के समय में समाप्त हुआ, लेकिन ककबरक भाषा समाप्त हुआ जो इमिग्रेंट बंगाली, बांग्लादेशी हिंदू जो आए हैं त्रिपुरा में, जो ज़्यादा हो गए हैं त्रिपुरी से. तो वही चीज़ जो अभी देखिए, मैं यही कह रहा हूँ. आप देखिए, अभी ये दो सज्जन मेरे साथ है, मुझे याद नहीं है कि लास्ट में असम का किसी लड़के का शादी मैंने कब खाया था. सब रिसेप्शन, शादी खत्म हो गया. अब ये क्या बो भात, तो बो भात कॉन्सेप्ट आ गया. ये सोशल चीज़ धीरे धीरे होता है. तो ये धीरे धीरे करके, और ये चीज़ को मालूम है RSS और बीजेपी को कि असम एक सॉफ्ट नेशनलिटी है, इसको तोड़ना, इसको मोड़ना, खत्म करना आसान है. इसलिए इनका लंबा ब्लूप्रिंट है. इसको खत्म करने के लिए CAA लेके आए हैं. ये धीरे धीरे आप देखना. अभी आप लामडिंग जाइए, लामडिंग में आपको एक भी साइन बोर्ड असमीज में नहीं मिलेगा. हो जाए भी, अभी लास्ट में 50% आ गया प्राइवेट. लेकिन आप चौड़ चापोड़ी में जाइए, एक भी बंगाली स्कूल और बंगाली साइन बोर्ड नहीं मिलेगा. लेकिन नैरेटिव्स खड़ा कर,
मैं आऊंगा.
मियां वोट नहीं चाहिए, मुसलमान वोट नहीं चाहिए,
नैरेटिव खड़ा मैं
गया है।
आप आपने आपका पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू रखा है, मैं आपको दोबारा आऊंगा आपका पास। मिस्टर स्वप्ननील बरुआ, these are very sharp points which Mr. Champak Kalita of the AIUDF is making. My question is, I have got a very straight question to you. It's a very serious question to you. Nobody can today deny that BJP has got a maximum momentum as far as the coming election is concerned. Your top party leaders, starting from the Prime Minister to the party president to the Home Minister, has already made more than one visit to the state. Prime Minister has come the other day. The Prime Minister is coming again. Now my question is not that. Your state party top brass is also campaigning. That is not my question. My question is, your party leaders have been saying that we will go to the election on the basis of the performance of our party government, which is a very good thing. But my question is straight. I want a straight answer as far as possible, Mr. Swapnanil Baruah. My question is, can the BJP in Assam avoid issues like CAA, issues which Champak Kalita had just raised? Can you face the election by avoiding issues of the CAA? For example, can you avoid by avoiding issues of the NRC? A lot of people will be asking these questions.
Well, Wasbir, I think the whole narrative has gone into a negative mode, which you wanted to get away from. The whole idea is that, as you said, that BJP is proceeding on the development plank. It is a continuous plan, a long-term plan, if we may say so. And we have very fixed committed targets, which we have really laid down in our first vision document, and now we are going to the people again before us going for the elections as to what do they expect of the government in the coming 5 years. You know, this is, I think, a very different way of approaching the whole issue of governance, and it will be very clear that now we are going to the people not only on the basis of our performance, but also asking from them as to what they expect in the coming 5 years. See, this approach is definitely going to take precedence over the other political issues which have been raised. Yes, they are definitely relevant to the state. But then I think if you ask the man on the street what is the issue that he wants more, is definitely the issue of development and not the other issues that you have mentioned.
Yeah, true. But if the opposition takes a concerted campaign raising the issue of the CAA, because your party, the BJP's main plank in 2016 was Jati Mati Bheti, basically talking about the land and rights of the indigenous people. Now, if somebody is talking about the CAA and come up with the same argument that CAA is concerning the identity and future of the Assamese race or the Assamese nationality, what will be your counter to that kind of a thing? People will say that you are not raising the issue, you are conveniently not raising the issue. What will be your response to that?
No, because see, the other issue which we are talking about is the cultural identity of the people of Assam. If you have seen, we have gone into a massive patta issue campaign, which I think has been unprecedented in the last 15-20 years. I mean, pattas are being issued in lakhs. Then look at the cultural institutions or the support that is being given by the government to the cultural institutions throughout Assam, very dear to the people of Assam, the Sahitya Sabha, the Namghars, the Khatras, the masjids which are 50 years or more old. You know, all we are spreading across all communities. We are trying to encourage all sections of people to come forward, of the indigenous people to see whatever they want and however they want to protect their culture and language, and even otherwise there is going to be, you know, the people have been encouraged. If you have seen the Padma Shri Awards this time, we have tried to cover the cultural aspect has been predominant in the whole issue of the awards. Just to give an indication of the mindset of the people of the BJP party.
I'll come back to you, Mr. Swapnanil Baruah. I'm now joined by former Congress MP, Mr. Kirip Chaliha, with me. Mr. Kirip Chaliha, we have been discussing on, I have begun this debate today with a question. There has been two formations against the BJP. One is the Congress AIUDF Left Alliance. The other is today the Assam Jatiya Parikhad and Riser Dol have finalized their deal. My question is, deal is fine, you know, but what are the issues that the opposition have with which it is approaching the people to defeat or unseat the BJP. Now the AJP is saying development, unemployment, self-sufficiency, agriculture, corruption are the issues. Now to counter to that, AIUDF leader Mr. Champak Kalita is asking that nowhere in the AJP they have not mentioned, why has he not mentioned the CAA? And they're saying that, no, I'll come to you, Mr. Amrit Khataniar, that is Champak Kalita's point of view. As far as the AIUDF is concerned, they're saying that the top agenda will be the CAA, because now my question to you, as a Congress leader, Mr. Kirip Chaliha, what is it that you are going to tell the people? Are you hoping to unseat the BJP on a negative campaign? Oh, the BJP is a communal party.
Well, I'm sorry. At this point of time, it will be difficult for me to speak on behalf of any political party. I prefer to give my independent opinion and analysis on the situation.
Yes.
On the ground. I think now the time is such, and we are going through a very perplexed time. There has been large-scale campaigns in a very unusual atmosphere. We have the COVID, and nobody can underestimate the danger of COVID. I have 4 of my friends now lying in the hospital. I ignored the COVID for a long time. People are still, I don't think there has been an open election this time. Due to which many people like us, we may not be very inclined to go all out in the elections. In the general atmosphere also, I feel that there is a lot of confusion so far as the polarizations are concerned. So regional parties are fighting among themselves. Regional parties are regional parties in order to establish regionalism. There are political parties who are bent to divide and make bitter relations between regionalists. Now, Congress and AIUDF had initially formed a coalition. Then the left parties have come in, and there is some kind of grand alliance now, some kind of alignment of left and democratic political parties, which is a platform for consolidation of those forces who are opposed to regionalism and who are always opposed to regionalism and the BJP. So these three forces, in between the AJP is taking a different kind of stand. I think that is a far more lasting kind of ideology, because they are neither this side or that side, and they are going for a totally purist kind of politics.
Okay,
regional
let me go to Mr. Champak Kalita. Champak Kalita जी, ये बताइए, अब किरीप चलिया जी ने जो कहा है ग्रैंड अलायंस कांग्रेस AIUDF लेफ्ट पार्टीज, बट आप क्या ये ग्रैंड अलायंस समझते हैं? इज इट अ ग्रैंड अलायंस? क्योंकि असम के आज का तारीख में जो है 2 मेन रीजनल पार्टी, AGP इज द ओरिजिनल रीजनल पार्टी, लेकिन ये तो बीजेपी का साइड में ऑलरेडी है, ये बीजेपी का मित्र जूथ है. दिस इज द एलाय ऑफ द बीजेपी. माय पर्सनल क्वेश्चन टू यू चंपक कलिता जी इज, आप क्या ये ग्रैंड अलायंस मानते हैं, जो कि आपका आज का तारीख में जो 2 मुख्य रीजनल पार्टी है वो ग्रैंड अलायंस से बाहर है?
देखिए, अभी कहना जल्दी होगा. अगर आप AJP और राइजर दल को मेन स्ट्रीम रीजनल पार्टी आज के टाइम में अभी बोल देंगे तो ये जल्दबाजी होगा, क्योंकि AJP और राइजर दल अब तक मेंबरशिप ड्राइव नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, क्योंकि वो टेक्निकल प्रॉब्लम है.
लेकिन मैं याद दिला दूं, ऑगप जब 85 में फॉर्म हुआ था, उनका भी तो कोई मेंबरशिप नहीं था.
यही मैं कह रहा हूं, मैं आ रहा हूं उसी में.
सिंबल मिला क्या? सिंबल मिला,
इसीलिए कह रहा हूं मैं. देखिए, AGP का जो समय था और ये AJP और राइजर दल, क्योंकि मुझे भी मालूम है कि मैं भी क्लास 6 में जेल गया था, क्योंकि मैं आसो आंदोलन में था, तो क्लास 6 में मैं जेल गया. तो वो जो मोमेंटम था, अभी आपने बोला था मोमेंटम के बारे में बीजेपी का, तो वो मोमेंटम और ये आप कभी भी मैच नहीं होता. अगर का आंदोलन का जो चल रहा था कोविड से पहले, जो 5 लोगों ने शहादत दिया, उस समय अगर चुनाव होता, ये AJP पार्टी बनाते तो अलग बात है. उसके बाद जो आपने किरीप दा ने जो बोला कि कोविड के बारे में, ये देखिए, हर डिजीज का एक प्रोटोकॉल होता है, लेकिन ये प्रोटोकॉल डिजीज है. दिस कोविड इज ए प्रोटोकॉल डिजीज. नॉट डिजीज प्रोटोकॉल, ये अलग बात है, ये बात की बात है, ये इसको लेकर चर्चा है, होक्स है या क्या है, अलग बात है, या इसको एडवांटेज लेके शाहीन बाग को खत्म करो, का को खत्म करो, ये दूसरी बात है। क्योंकि जब भी उनका कन्वीनियंट होता है, कोविड खत्म हो जाता है। हम लोगों ने मध्य प्रदेश में देखा, मध्य प्रदेश में गवर्नमेंट टपल हुआ, उसके बाद लॉकडाउन। इसीलिए ये सब के लिए बहुत चर्चा का समय है और करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि ये सब एक समय में प्रूफ होगा ये क्या था क्या नहीं था। बाकी जो अभी आपने एजेपी और आईयूडीएफ के बारे में वो मैंने बोला, बाकी अभी होना चाहिए था क्या, बड़ा बड़ा होर्डिंग लगना चाहिए था कि हम लोगों ने सीएए लाया, हम लोगों ने एनवायरमेंट इम्पैक्ट एक्ट लाया, हम लोगों ने कृषि नया कानून लाया, हम लोगों ने ये सब ये किया, ये सब इंडस्ट्री बंद हो गया, अपना जागीरोड पेपर मिल, कासा पेपर में, ये जो बड़ा 3 कानून लाया गया, ये 3 कानून के बारे में वोट क्यों नहीं मांग रहे बीजेपी? बीजेपी का नाम मियाँ वो है, ये है, तो ये 3 कानून जो
हो रहा है ज्यादा।
नहीं, ये जो 3 कानून है, ये 3 कानून को लेके तो ये वोट मांगना चाहिए ना, क्योंकि इसीलिए बोल रहा हूँ, ये 3 कानून में आसाम में 5 लोगों ने शहादत दिया, 170 लोगों ने दिल्ली में शहादत दिया, और एनवायरमेंट इम्पैक्ट एक्ट का तो अलग ही है।
I think Swapnanil Baruah, yes, respond.
My dear friend is getting confused as to whether we are going for national elections or for Assam state elections.
ठीक है, तो सीएए में कहाँ आदमी मरा? सीएए में आदमी गुवाहाटी में मरा, गुवाहाटी में इंटरनेट बंद कर दिया आपने, गुवाहाटी में कर्फ्यू लगाया, तो कैसे आप आप अगर आसाम अकॉर्ड को खत्म कर, देखो आसाम अकॉर्ड को अगर आप बोलोगे कि आसाम अकॉर्ड आसाम से कोई मतलब नहीं रखता,
Because no one has
आप
really
बोलने दीजिए चंपक कलिता जी, आपने
लोगों को भी क्लियर मैसेज देना चाहिए।
नहीं
आप जो भी मैसेज क्या देंगे,
बयान आप रखा है, स्वप्निल बरुआ जी को रेस्पॉन्ड करने दीजिए।
भाई देखिए, that this is a state issue, state election issues concerning the state are primacy, and if, as I said, that we are going to the people asking them that what is your priority, if they say the CA is a priority, definitely I think some action will be taken in this regard. But as you see, the people, our feedback is that we are the most organized party which has gone to the people, and we have thereby got the feedback of the people as to what is the priority, and from that we can say that the development issue or the incomplete issues of this government, which is going to be carried forward to the next issue and other additional issues, that is going to be the primacy, not any other issue.
That is a point made by Swapnil Baruah. Mr. Khataniar, now there is an argument. The BJP is arguing, this is also one strong argument by the BJP. I'm coming to Kirip Chaliha also on that, but first Mr. Khataniar. They're saying that, okay, CAA we brought, but even after that, during the Lok Sabha election in 2019, the BJP won the election. The Panchayat election, the BJP. This is the argument of the BJP. How do you counter that?
Now look, first of all, what Champak Kalita has raised, that Kai is not an issue for AJP as of today, that is not correct. The prima facie, you must understand that why AJP has and how AJP was born. One of the conditions was Ka, arising out of the Ka, the mass-scale agitation, the fear of the people of Assam, irrespective of language, caste, creed, that we are going to be extinct with the implementation of Ka. So prima facie, Ka is the prime issue. It's very loud and sound to the people of Assam. They know it. Now, corollary to the Ka is the Assam Accord implementation, the clause 6, that was committed by none other than the Home Minister, none other than by the Prime Minister. But what is the state? We are to ensure that the people of Assam gets its political and identity and its identity is retained. That is prima facie are the objectives of the AJP. So, secondly, apart from that, we must tell the people that what are the other economic developments that we are going. Unless we are economically self-sufficient, then the state cannot prosper. So far, as BJP is concerned, they are saying that the Ka implemented not for Assam. It was for the nation. Fair enough, but implementing Ka, they are destroying the Assamese identity in totality. That is how they are going to implement it. They are saying the development. What about the paper mills? The 2 paper mills got almost to be scrapped. That was to be revived. That has not been done. They are silent on that.
No,
they are saying
okay.
development is in progress.
No.
Where is the development?
No.
That must be gone to the people and explain that this is what the fake news the
Now,
BJP is
Mr.
trying
Kirip
to
Chaliha,
populate.
I'll have to go for a break, but Mr. Kirip Chaliha,
Event management also a development like Navami Brahmaputra, like Advanced Assam. These are event management and advertisement board. These are development.
okay, I mean, let's talk more into the content. Mr. Kirip Chaliha, now the point is, the Congress. Now, you're saying that the AJP is saying that there will be development issues. What will be the Congress's main plank? What, according to you, will be the Congress's main plank? Because the Congress party was also opposed to the CAA. But you could not, despite these common objectives, the Congress failed to bring the AJP, Rise or Fall, and existing regional political parties into the Grand Alliance. Don't you think that is going to cause split in the anti-BJP votes, and that is only going to benefit the BJP straight away?
See, first of all, again, due respect, I'm not the right person to speak about the Congress party's strategy as an insider. I can speak from outside.
But you are a congressman.
I'm still a congressman. The point is, my assessment is Congress is banking on the consolidation of the minority votes. That's why they came into an unwanted alliance with AIUDF in the first place. Once that AIUDF and Congress alliance took place, they thought that it might have a boomeranging effect in the majority areas. So they had to broaden that, and they went for the left support and made the Mahagathbandhan. Now, how much it pays, in that, whether that Congress strategy will pay or not, those are all matters of conjectures, and it will become clear only after the elections. But let me tell you, my own personal opinion is, which I would say a few days later, but today I can give you a hint. See, we are talking so much on Ka. Ka has got, electorally, I don't believe Ka will be a very serious kind of vote pulling or vote deciding
vote losing
phenomena, number one.
Okay.
Number two, I don't think, while Ka has brought, may be able to attract some extremist votes, extremist Assamese chauvinist kind of votes, I have a feeling that it will alienate a lot of Bengali Hindu votes from both the formations. The formation, and BJP is likely to gain. Thirdly, I'll just finish. Thirdly, I have a feeling that till now, negativism seems to be the main plank of most of the political parties, including BJP, instead of positivity.
Okay, I'll go for a break, but very quickly, 20 seconds to you, Swapnanil Baruah. Kirip Chaliha, who is not speaking on behalf of his party today, but no doubt he is still a congressman. He has used the word, if you have heard, everybody has heard, he said that Congress wants to consolidate the minority votes, that's why it entered into a quote-unquote unwanted alliance with the AIUDF. आपका पास मैं response के लिए आऊँगा break के बाद, but since Mr. Swapnanil Baruah will be leaving the debate, what is your comment on this? The Congress leader saying that it's an unwanted alliance.
I think they will realize it, and I confirm what Kirip Chaliha is saying.
You agree with him?
I agree.
Let him. I'll give you time.
I'll just clarify. Unwanted from within the Congress party.
Okay, unwanted.
That is again expose the division within the Congress on the alliance.
Yes, and again I'm telling you on the development plank, I was in Dhubri yesterday, as you know, in the last budget day we were there. Now people were asking that the chief of the AIUDF has been the MP there. They have had MLAs for all these years. And now when I was asking people as to what have you got from the UMF? Or have you refused the benefits which were given by the BJP government to them? Did your leader say that no, don't take it because this is a communal party or something of that sort? And you are raising issues. So far as the development is concerned, the contribution of the local MLAs and MPs is near zero.
Okay.
And that is one thing which I think Congress have realized, and they have realized that we are picking on a baggage rather than an asset.
Okay, I'll come to Champak Kalita later after I come for a break. I'll go for a short break. Don't go away. I'll be right back.
Welcome back. Champak Kalita ji, you tell me basically, now that Mr. Kirip Chaliha, who is still a Congress leader, he is saying that there are a lot of internal division within the Congress for this alliance with the AIUDF. Now, आपका दल में भी तो है कोई लोग बोल रहा है प्राइवेटली कि अलायंस नहीं होना चाहिए था, हम लोग का इतना सेक्रीफाइस करना पड़ेगा, अभी कांग्रेस को सीट हम लोग छोड़ना पड़ेगा. सो दिस इज द फीलिंग इन बोथ द पार्टीज.
देखिए, सबसे पहले किरीप चलिहा ने जब अपने आप को आपने इंट्रोड्यूस किया तभी उन्होंने बताया कि मैं कांग्रेस को रिप्रेजेंट नहीं करूंगा, मैं अपने आप को पर्सनली रिप्रेजेंट करूंगा. इसीलिए उनका जो कहना है वो मैं कांग्रेस का कहना नहीं मान सकता, क्योंकि उनका एक इंडिविजुअल एक
आइडेंटिटी है,
इंडिविजुअल एक उनका विचार है. लेकिन मेरा विचार एज ए स्पोक्स पर्सन ये पार्टी का विचार है. अभी आप देखिए, आप अगर 2001 आपको याद होगा, प्रफुल्ल महंत का गवर्नमेंट था और राजन गोहाई बीजेपी का प्रेसिडेंट था, तो वो अलायंस तोड़ के आया था, तो उसको एयरपोर्ट से इतना बड़ा काफिला उसको वेलकम करने गया था, होली का दिन था, और प्रफुल्ल महंत तो जा रहा था दिल्ली. उसके बाद प्रफुल्ल महंत फिर अलायंस करके आया, फिर तोड़ फोड़, बीजेपी ऑफिस में तोड़ फोड़, एजीपी ऑफिस में तोड़ फोड़, और लास्ट 2016 में जो एजीपी बीजेपी का अलायंस हुआ तो आपको इतना बड़ा फोर्स लगाना पड़ा अंबाड़ी में. तो अलायंस जब होता है तो किसी किसी का पर्सनल इंटरेस्ट हर्ट होता है, तो इसमें थोड़ा रिएक्ट करते हैं लोग. तो वही कह रहा मैं, 16 में बीजेपी एजीपी का जो अलायंस हुआ था, तो अभी भी आप देखिए, ये जो गुलाघाट में जो एक नया वो मंत्री थी पद्मजा, अपना ये अजंता नेउग अभी बीजेपी में है. अभी बीजेपी वाला कह रहा है कि नामघर का कोई पैसा उसने खा लिया, कोई इशू बना दिया. तो ये क्योंकि वो टिकट कि वो आए बीजेपी में, लेकिन टिकट के लिए नहीं. तो ये एक नेचुरल बात है, ये होता रहता है. लेकिन हम लोग एक लॉयल पॉलिटिकल एक्टिविस्ट है. हम लोग के लिए कुछ भी ऊपर का नेता जो भी बोलेगा वही क्यों बोला ये शब्द हमको नहीं बोलना है, सीधा बोरिया बिस्तर बांधो और चलाओ.
अलायंस हो गया, आपको अलायंस में चलना है,
बस अलायंस में चलना है. और यही अभी हम लोग को जो ये बोला है ना कि आपस में जो ये डिफरेंसेस है अंदर में, बाहर में नहीं, पॉलिसी मैटर में नहीं.
इसको भी क्लैरिफाई करता हूं, मैं क्लैरिफाई करता हूं आपको. आई एम सेइंग दैट इट वाज एन अनवांटेड अलायंस because of compulsions, political compulsions.
अलायंस तो कंपल्सन ही होता है. देखिए, मैं अभी आप देखिए, अभी जो अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी का गवर्नमेंट चल रही थी तो कंपल्सन था. अभी जो इनका अभी मोदी का सरकार है, एनडीए, नेशनल डेमोक्रेटिक अलायंस, यूपीए, यूनाइटेड पीपुल अलायंस, तो ये अलायंस इरा है. अभी तो 303 सीट है, फिर भी लेके चल रहे हैं, क्योंकि अपना काम कर रहे हैं, इनका बात नहीं मान रहे, लेकिन लेके चल रहे हैं. तो अलायंस एक कंपल्सन है. अभी एक कंफर्टेबल मेजोरिटी है. कुछ ऐसा घटना घटा जो नेशनलिज्म के लिए जो प्रोवोकेटिव कुछ लैंग्वेज हुआ, और वो जो आपका पुलवामा में जो कुछ हुआ, इसका इफेक्ट में ये आया. लेकिन आपका अगर नोटबंदी, जीएसटी अगर काउंट होता, ये नहीं होता, शायद पिक्चर अलग होता.
लेट मी गो टू, आई थिंक आई एम जॉइंड बाय बीजेपी स्पोक्स पर्सन Janki Goswami will be joining me soon. We want her on the screen as soon as she is there. Now, but the point to discuss, Mr. Amrit Khataniar, is that your party, your leaders seem to be spending a lot of time. Your party leaders is spending in the BJP strongholds. Now, for example, your party president was campaigning, spending a full day. And I don't know how many of your leaders were engaged in preparations for that day. Your leader was in Jalukbari constituency, which is considered a BJP stronghold, because the top BJP leader Himanta Biswa Sharma has been winning that seat for a long time. But a lot of people will be asking the question. Now, all that is optics. All that is optics, because you are trying to give a message that, okay, we are going to contest even in Jalukbari constituency. This message. So all those things are fine. Because in a political party, people adopt various kind of strategies. People like us may question, but you don't care, that's all right. But my question is not that. At the end of the day, when the Prime Minister, Home Minister, party president, top leaders of the party go and campaign and create a whirlwind kind of a campaign, how does a new political party, what are you going to do to match up to this? How are you going to take your message to the last man?
The point is very clear. Look, the people are an illusion. They do not know exactly what is happening as on today because of the out of the BJP rule. Now, in terms of the development, in terms of employment, in terms of corruption, it has increased manifold. The people are seeing the various beneficiary schemes only. They should be told that these are nothing but election gimmicks. Had they the intention to provide you the financial assistance, why they could not provide in 2016? At that time, my poor man's quantity was less than 1 crore. Now, after giving this beneficiaries, after giving this all these things, my this poor man's level has gone up to 1.55 crores. Now, the unemployment was 23 lakhs. How much illusions they were kept? What BJP committed to the people of Assam? What they have said that there will be a lot of developments, lot of things. They have said by none other than the Prime Minister that on 16th of May, all the foreigners, the Bangladesh will have to pack up and go. So these illusions needs to be removed from the minds of the people.
We also cannot, Mr. Amrit Khataniar, we cannot forget the fact that BJP has been in power in Assam as far as Assam is concerned for nearly 5 years now.
Okay, fine.
What about the
enough.
Congress, which has been in power continuously for 15 years?
That
what
is
was the AGP
that is
doing?
the crunch.
AGP came to power on one agenda. That is free crunch. Assam from foreign national. They were in power for 10 years, over 2 terms. Nothing happened.
That is the crunch of the issue. Now the people of Assam has realized that neither the earlier regional party, Assam Gana Parishad, they have lost the identity of a regional party by clubbing with the BJP, and BJP has what I say.
Now
all the national parties, be it Congress, be it BJP, they are not bothered for the people of Assam.
So your argument is that people will try a new regional combination.
Yes, they should and they will.
They should and they will. That is what confidence which the AJP spokesman has. Let me go to you. मैं चंपक कलिता जी आपसे आपका आता हूँ. आपका अभी महागठबंधन आप बोल रहे हैं, कांग्रेस, AIUDF, लेफ्ट पार्टीज. तो विथ ऑल ड्यू रिस्पेक्ट, लेफ्ट पार्टीज का एक समय में असम में उनका कुछ स्ट्रॉन्ग होल्ड्स थे, बट टुडे ये बोलना पड़ेगा कि लेफ्ट पार्टीज, पहले का लेफ्ट पार्टीज का जो स्ट्रॉन्ग होल्ड थे वो नहीं है अभी असम में. दैट इज द रियलिटी. नाउ महागठबंधन, नाउ यू आर सेइंग दैट अगर AJP और राइजोडोल अगर ये पॉलिटिकल एरिना में अगर नहीं होते, ये हाइपोथेटिकल क्वेश्चंस है, अगर नहीं होते, डू यू एग्री frankly that you would have been able to give a better fight to the BJP?
जी, अगर नहीं होते तो ये तो गलत बात है कि हो गया, अभी आ गया. तो अभी हमें चाहिए ये राइजोडोल और AJP, अगर इनका उद्देश्य बीजेपी को हराना है तो इनको अभी ये UDF, कांग्रेस लेड जो UDF और ग्रैंड अलायंस बना है अजित भुइयां को लेके, तो इसमें इनको कुछ ये करके एडजस्ट होना चाहिए था, आना चाहिए था. और हमें अभी भी उम्मीद है ग्रेटर इंटरेस्ट ऑफ असम ये लोग शायद आएंगे, क्योंकि मुझे अखिल गोगोई का ऊपर में तनिक भर भी कोई शक शुबा नहीं है कि ये आदमी सही में असम को दिल से प्यार करता है, असामीज जाति को, असम का.
तो फिर भी आप उनको AJP और राइजोडोल का फिर भी आप इन्विटेशन दे रहे हैं. आप इतना बड़ा आप एलिगेशन लेवल कर रहे हैं, इतना बड़ा आप
नहीं, मैं ये कहा, मुझे रत्ती भर भी शक नहीं है कि अखिल गगे शक नहीं है कि अखिल गगे असम को दिल से अच्छा वो प्यार करते हैं, असमीज नेशनल को, असमीज जाति को, इसका नेशनल रीजनलिज्म, असमियत को लेके थोड़ा भी
you are saying the other way around.
इसीलिए मुझे लगता है कि ये सब के मद्देनजर ये अखिल गगे शायद कंसीडर करेंगे. मुझे जो आंसू से आए हुए AJP के बारे में मुझे इतना नहीं बोलना, क्योंकि अभी सर्बानंद सोनोवाल भी एक्स आंसू है, अतुल बोरा भी एक्स आंसू है, केशव महंत भी एक्स आंसू है, ये सब एक्स आंसू ही चला रहा है.
आप भी एक्स आंसू है,
इसीलिए
आप भी एक्स आंसू है, आप भी जेल, आपने खुद कहा कि आपने जेल जा चुके हैं.
मैं जेल गया, उस समय का एक्स आंसू हूं, लेकिन एक्स आंसू प्रेसिडेंट मैं ये कह रहा हूँ
Okay.
ये सब
मैं-
एक्स
let
असू
me-
प्रेसिडेंट है। तो एक
Yeah.
आसाम में एक्स असू प्रेसिडेंट का चीफ मिनिस्टरशिप चलते हुए आसाम अकॉर्ड को बातिल किया गया, तो ये रद्द किया गया। तो ये सब जब हो सकता है तो ये अलग बात है, लेकिन अखिल गगन के बारे में कोई डाउट नहीं है।
आप भी अभी भी आप आशावादी है कि एजेपी और राइजोडॉल ये
Exactly.
ग्रैंड
अगर वो चाहते हैं बीजेपी को हराना।
Now let me turn to you. I'm now joined by Assam BJP spokesperson Janki Goswami. Janki Goswami, welcome. If you can hear me. Yeah. Now the question is, can you hear me, Janki?
Yes, Wasbir, I can hear you.
Okay. I think you should put off your loudspeaker on your phone. Yeah. Okay, put off. Yeah. Now, my question to you, Ms. Janki Goswami, my question to you is simple. Now you see, despite the Ahom Jatiyo Porikhod and Raizodol, they're clearly saying that they are not going to enter into any alliance with the Congress and the AIUDF. They are saying that Congress is a national party, so we will not align. And they are saying that AIUDF is a communal party, quote unquote, so we will not join. Now, despite all that, we have seen the AIUDF spokesperson and earlier the Congress spokespersons also they have repeatedly been saying that, oh, we want the Ahom Jatiyo Porikhod and Raizodol to come. Party president of the Congress said our doors will be open for the last moment. So as a BJP spokesperson, how do you look at their appeal to the AJP and Raizodol to come and join them?
See, the Congress party is a party with a history, but look at them now. Look at their pathetic condition. Their condition is like, hum to dubenge sanam, tumhe bhi le dubenge. If you look at their situation, because they are waiting with open arms and nobody is ready to align with them, except AIUDF, and that we know what is their design. It is because of certain specific design that both these parties have got together. But if you look at their condition, they are waiting with open arms, but none of the other parties are ready to align with them. And even if AIUDF has aligned with them, we have seen the results in BTC elections, haven't we? We have seen how the AIUDF and Congress combined has performed in the BTC elections. So this speaks volumes about what they are going to do in future as well. And if you see the condition, their condition in Bihar as well. Bihar, they had made a Gathbandhan, they had tied up with Tejasvi Yadav's party, and see what has happened. Tejasvi Yadav in himself, yes, we will have to agree that he has scored a good position. But if you look at Congress, what have they done? So,
Okay,
Congress is now in a
hold
position where no one wants to make any friendship with that party whatsoever.
चंपक कलिटा जी, आपने सुना बीजेपी के स्पोक्सपर्सन ने कहा कि कांग्रेस का अभी है हम डूबेंगे, अब लेके डूबेंगे सनम।
देखिए, अगर मैं गलत नहीं हूँ, शायद मेरा जो बहन है स्पोक्सपर्सन है बीजेपी का, वो भी शायद कांग्रेस घराने से ही है। शायद उनका पिताजी भी कांग्रेस से सांसद रह चुके हैं।
उससे क्या मतलब है?
मैं एक बात कह रहा हूँ,
आप भी तो बीजेपी में थे।
नहीं, मैं एक बात कह रहा हूँ।
हाँ।
तो ये भी कांग्रेस घराने से है, तो कुछ तो है कांग्रेस में, कुछ तो है, कुछ शायद ठीक नहीं चल रहा था, इसीलिए कांग्रेस का अभी थोड़ा डाउनफॉल चल रहा है। लेकिन एक बात है, आपको मानना पड़ेगा कि हाथी मरने से भी घोड़ा से बड़ा होता है। क्योंकि अगर 2016 में काउंटिंग शुरू हुआ तो बीजेपी का 6 सीट, काउंटिंग खत्म हुआ तो बीजेपी का 60 सीट। तो इसीलिए ये जो बार बार बीजेपी वाले बोलते हैं, आप भी बोलते हैं कि बीजेपी का इतना स्ट्रांग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, लेकिन
हम स्ट्रांग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन नहीं बोला, हमने बोला उनका कैंपेन मोमेंटम
ऑर्गेनाइजेशन भी है। लेकिन एक बात है कि एक इलेक्शन जीतने के लिए ऑर्गेनाइजेशन सब कुछ नहीं है। अगर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से इलेक्शन जीता जाता, छत्तीसगढ़, मध्य प्रदेश, राजस्थान बीजेपी कभी नहीं हारती। इतना स्ट्रांग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, मुझे मालूम है वो हिंदी बेल्ट है। लेकिन ये नेगेटिव वोट से बीजेपी आई है, कांग्रेस का नेगेटिव वोट से, और आप शायद हम लोग कुछ पकड़ नहीं पा रहे हैं। आप देखना, अपर असम में भी कांग्रेस अच्छा रिजल्ट करेगी। एक नीचे से फल्गु धारा है लोगों को, लेकिन आप लोग कहते हैं कि नहीं कहा कुछ नहीं, लेकिन 5 लोग मरे हैं। आज भी असम में असम अकॉर्ड को लेके लोगों का मतलब जो सेंस ऑफ बिलोंगिंग, जो एक आपने वर्ड बोला इंडिजिनियस, मैं कहूँ अगर आप कभी भी जाओ तो आप बोलेंगे कि मैं इंडिजिनियस हूँ, आपको जोश नहीं आएगा। आप बोलेगा मैं असमीज हूँ, मैं असमिया हूँ, तो सेंस ऑफ बिलोंगिंग विथ असमीज, असमिया, नॉट इंडिजिनियस. इट इज द ट्रैप ऑफ बीजेपी एंड आरएसएस, लॉन्ग टर्म ट्रैप कि इसी कम्युनिटी को तोड़ दो एक शब्द लाके.
I'm coming to you, Kirip Chaliha, but Janki, would you like to respond to what Champak Kalita of the AIUDF is saying?
Whatever Mr. Kalita has to say, he has gone back to the history of my family. That does not matter anymore because Congress is also no longer what it was. So no use talking about such things, no use beating around the bush. All we understand is that Congress is now in a bad situation, which in Assamese we say pani tha nosara obostha. So they are, as I said earlier, I stick to my point. Nobody is ready to make any friendship with them, and if
All right.
AIUDF has
We'll
made
have to-
any friendship, it is with a specific
No, but
design.
already
वन मैं इनको कहना चाहता हूं कि उन्होंने बोला कि कांग्रेस का असमिज में बोला कि पानी हा नसरा अवस्था, तो इसीलिए तो कांग्रेस का एडवांटेज है. कांग्रेस को लॉस, नथिंग टू लूज, एवरीथिंग टू गेन. बट बीजेपी खोने के लिए बहुत कुछ है, कांग्रेस को खोने के लिए कुछ नहीं है. यही इंटरेस्टिंग है असम इलेक्शन.
Do you agree?
That means
Janki,
he
hold
has
on.
already admitted that means he has already admitted that he is not here to gain
नहीं,
anything.
आपने जो बोला है, जो
he is
जुमला
happy
आपने
with
बोला
loss.
है, उस जुमले से मैं बोला कि अगर ये हाल है तो उसको
He's happy with
खोने
the
के लिए
loss.
कुछ नहीं है. लेकिन आप तो शीशे का घर में हैं, हम लोग तो पेड़ के नीचे हैं. पत्थर भी आएगा तो पेड़ में लगेगी, लेकिन आपको पत्थर कोई मारेगा तो आपका शीशा टूटेगा. ये हाल है. एडवांटेज पोजीशन में हम लोग
Okay,
हैं.
let us not go into rhetorics. Let me turn to you, Mr. Kirip Chaliha. Do you agree that Congress, जो Champak Kalita ji, whatever he has said, he said that Congress, that's what Janki Goswami has also said, that Congress is in a bad shape. Congress was not the Congress of the past where it was a very strong monolithic kind of a political party, and therefore the Congress of today has nothing to lose if they have to align with a party like the AIUDF and the left in Assam as of today. What is your thought as someone who knows Congress politics very well? Let me put it that way.
See, if you don't make this debate here an election campaign, or if you think nationally and talk rationally, then you'd agree that
Because these are all political political
okay,
representatives
but
on the
yeah,
show.
Yeah, that's true. But I think elections will show everything in a month's time. There is no point in discussion. What I'm saying is, I think my view is different. I would say whether the BJP speaks against the Congress or Congress speaks against the BJP, the fact is that in this election there are two pillars. One is BJP and the challenger is Congress. Congress is making certain compulsion, some coalition because of compulsions. Because they may be weak, okay, they are trying to get strength. AIUDF is also making those coalitions because they are also in a weaker wicket. Because if they this time again fight separately, their existence was a lot of they drew a lot of flack in the last election that they wanted to divide the votes. Now it is interesting to see that Congress AIUDF is talking about AJP also as somebody not why he is not coming to us.
Let me ask you one more question, Mr. Kirip Chaliha. You are a veteran political leader. Now my question is, when you say that there are two pillars, on one side is the BJP and the challenger is the Congress. Now,
in this election.
Now, that means, are you not taking into account the Ahom Jatiya Porikhod Rise or Dal combination at all?
See, I never said that. I said it is a purist regional ideology which has got much potential to rise in the coming future. I again say that there will be a wave in favor of them in this election itself is not possible. I have a feeling, I mean, miracles do happen, but as a rational politician, based on what my experience is, I would say all regional parties, all regional forces, all forces who think that that Assamese regionalism, no, not Assamese regionalism, regionalism of Assam's population.
Final,
1 second.
Right.
If those kind of third new force come up and there is with a larger heart, everybody forgets their own faults and don't harp on only fall fighting, that they have a future. That's why I have
Right.
all the good wishes for them.
Right. I'm running absolutely short of time. Amrit, Khataniar, your final comments on what kind of a role you see for yourself. Are you really pragmatic when you say that we will not align with anybody? And of course, you have an alliance with the Raijordol, which is equally a nascent party like your own. Let's have everybody on the screen. Now, my question to you is, do you think, what kind of a role do you envisage for yourself in this election? Will you be pragmatic enough to accept that it will be a tough journey?
No, yes, it is true. It is a tough journey in the sense because we are getting less time. That is one of the major factors. Now, coming back to the original topic, what agenda we are going to the people? To take our agenda to the people, we must say that what the previous governments has done to the people of Assam. They have betrayed the people of Assam like anything, right from imposition of car recently and earlier days they have not implemented the Assam Accord and lot many things. Those things are equally important to bring it home to the people of Assam so that they understand that what we are going to do to mitigate the problems that has been hanging around the people of Assam. That is the point that I was trying to make.
Okay. I'm coming to Janki Goswami last. Champak Kalita ji, your final comments. 20 seconds.
मैं अभी जो बोला ना कि जो नथिंग टू लूज, ईस्टर्न इंडिया में एक सीट था नौगांव लोकसभा, बुरे से बुरे दिन में बीजेपी 4 बार 20 साल जीती लास्ट टाइम, लेकिन अच्छा दिन में वो सीट हार गई बीजेपी। उसी सीट में लास्ट टाइम जानकी का पिताजी जीती जो दूसरी बार। और आसाम में 32 से 35% कोई सिंगल एक कोनिया प्रतिद्वंदिता होगा, वहाँ कोई नहीं होगा, ये महागठबंधन। आपका 48% सीटों में आपका बाइपोलर होगा, महागठबंधन वर्सेस कांग्रेस और महागठबंधन वर्सेस बीजेपी, और कम से कम 23% सीटों में ट्रायंगुलर होगा। ये आप आज लिख के रखिए।
Janki Goswami, final comments to you. Are you a happy person today to see the Assam Jatiya Parikhod and the Raijordol come into an alliance? Are you somewhere back of your mind, are you having a smile saying that the Congress, AIUDF on one side, Assam Jatiya Parikhod, and the votes will be split and then your party is going to have a much easier time?
See, we were, when these comments were asked earlier also from our party had already said earlier also that they should combine and, fight the elections, because if they fight individually, probably their purpose will not serve. It is for this is their side of the view. But when you ask us about their emergence or their existence, then we will say that their emergence or their existence will not affect our popularity or our vote share, because we are very, very confident of our win, and our leaders, our Honorable Chief Minister, just let me give me just 30 seconds. Our leaders, Honorable Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal, our NEDA convener Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, and our party president Ranjit Kumar Das have put in every effort to ensure that we achieve at 100 plus.
Yes,
it is based on our achievements and our
BJP spokesperson is confident, but at the end of the day, election, we don't know what happens at the end of the day. It's a secret ballot, and the people, the electorate is king. As far as elections are concerned in this country, we have seen it on more occasions than one. I thank all my panelists for participating in these engaging discussions and the viewers for watching the show. Good night and goodbye.